If we were to discuss traits that define human history, there can be no doubt that conflict would be one of the most prevalent. Since the earliest known history, different groups or individuals have competed and fought against each other for reasons too numerous to even imagine. There have been religious wars, race wars, wars for land, wars for glory, and so many more. Have you ever really thought about it? The more you do, the more you realize humanity has been in an almost constant state of conflict in some way or another for our entire history. Take a look at this Wikipedia page. It lists all of the recorded wars since 3100 BC. You will notice that there has been a conflict or multiple ongoing nearly every single year since then. There are so many that the page is conveniently split into sections to make it more easy to navigate. Let's take a look at the US as an example. Typically, the US has been portrayed as a peaceful nation where freedom is the order of life. There certainly is some truth to this idea. However, what does our history show us? Let's take a look at this article posted by Washington's Blog and Global Research in 2015. Here they compile a list of every single war that America has been in since independence was declared, and you can see that at the time this list was compiled, the United States had been at war 214 out of 235 years of its existence. That's 91%. It really makes you question the idea of the United States being a peaceful nation. One could say that the US has always fought the good fight in the world, and as such, this explains the amount of conflicts we have entered. However, if we take a look at the various wars against the Native Americans in the 1800s to take their lands, or perhaps the forceful occupation of countries during the Banana Wars, we can see that this is not true. The point here is that even a country touted as being a shining beacon of freedom and peace falls victim to the violence that resides within all of us. Many times, we just choose to ignore the bad and focus on the good. So, why does this matter? What does it matter that our history is steeped in blood and war? I think that there is much we can learn from the past, one thing being that we as a species clearly have not changed. Honestly, in modern days, peace is as hard to come by as two people bumping into each other in the street, and both of them liking pineapple on pizza. And that fact hurts more than any insult can. To understand why conflict occurs can allow us to tackle the root of the issue, something that centuries of peacemongers have tried and seemingly failed at. There are many causes to conflict. This article written by Paul Goodman on allocation does a fantastic job outlining some of the main ones. They range from economic or territorial gain to religion and revenge, from perceived differences to hostile feelings ingrained in the minds of the descendants of those who have come before. Is it even possible to gain peace in the world when the problems that face it run so wide and deep? That is not for me to say. However, I will say that this is where the study of history can play an important role. Through our knowledge of history, we can learn from our ancestors, from their mistakes, and from their successes, from the times of peace and times of war. Perhaps we can gain some understanding of what makes conflicts happen, and from there we can attempt to solve the problem. History is doomed to repeat itself if we do not have a sense to learn from it. Let us hope our generation can be the ones to develop a true peace in our time. For if there is one other trait that is prevalent in humanity, that is hope. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like or subscribe. I really hope this video helped you think critically about our collective history and how we as a society can work towards impacting the future. What's up? I'm Cameron. I run this channel. So at the end of this video, I just wanted to do a short little segment where I just give you a random fun fact, something that I learned this week. It doesn't have to pertain to the video, just something really interesting that you might not know. So today, I want to tell you where the phrase, the cat is out of the bag, came from. So this phrase came from the usage of a whip called the Cat of Nine Tails. This was used mainly by the British Navy. It was sort of like a form of punishment. As you can see, you'd whip people with it. Has 9 leather sort of whips attached to it. And it was stored in a red bag. And so the phrase, the cat's out of the bag, because you took the cat of nine tails out of the bag. Ouch. Now you know. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please drop a like and subscribe. It'd be really appreciated. And yeah, have a great day.